Talking about regulation, I know Paul's, I hope we'll get in on this too. We've got just a few minutes left. We got a nuclear power plant 15 miles from here. It's one of the oldest in the country, and it's, by all accounts, fallen apart. And one of its cooling towers collapsed recently. But it has applied for a 20-year extension of its operating license. And the Nuclear Regulatory Commission is not requiring that an independent safety assessment be made of this plant before they make a decision. And they've always decided for the plant when they ask for these 20-year extensions, or however long the extension.
I would reverse that policy.
Yeah, well, good. I heard you talk about you're probably the most, I don't want to say pro-nuclear power, but let's say understanding of nuclear's potential of the Democratic candidates, and you've said that you'd like to see a safe and secure nuclear energy. But I wonder, have you been keeping up with the fact that we've got a lot of geriatric plants
here? Absolutely. And look, the NRC is a moribund and it's a moribund agency that needs to be revamped and has become captive of the industries that it regulates. I think that's a problem. It's not unique, by the way, to the nuclear industry. I mean,
no, but if you're 15 miles away from one of the things that kind
it's one of the things that gets your attention.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not so worried about the FCC.
But you know, so point number one, I would make sure that there was an independent study of the safety and you know how the plant is operating. More broadly, though, I think that the NRC is similar to the EPA, is similar to the FCC, is similar to, you know, the FDA. We've got a whole bunch of federal agencies that over the last 7 years have been filled with cronies, have lost their sense of mission. It's true in the Justice Department, the Civil Rights Division. You have lifelong civil servants who are the most experienced folks who ended up leaving. And part of what I want to do as president is I want to make government cool again. I say that only partly tongue-in-cheek. I want to be able to attract a whole new generation of talent to go into the federal government, and their charge will be make these agencies lean, mean, make them work, weed out stuff that, you know, bureaucracy that is bloated and not performing a useful function. But, you know, let's restore this sense that government can get things done.
Well, you said you would lead an effort to find a long-term solution to dealing with the nuclear waste disposal using objective and scientific analysis. Yeah. But you appear to rule out the idea of a central location like Yucca Mountain.
Well, I didn't rule out a central location. What I ruled out was Yucca Mountain because because it turns out that it is built on a fault line, and the way that this was shoved down the throats of Nevada ended up souring the politics in such a way where it's almost impossible to get it done there. But it may be that if we can find a sound scientific way of doing a centralized facility, that may be best. And keep in mind, just to make sure that I'm on the record in terms of my views on nuclear power, I would describe myself as agnostic on nuclear power, in the sense that I'm not somebody who says nuclear is off the table no matter what, because there's no perfect energy source. And given the importance of reducing carbon emissions, you know, nuclear should be in the mix if we can make it safe, we know how to store it, we can make sure that it's not vulnerable to terrorist attack, it's not enhancing proliferation, right? I mean, there are a whole set of questions, and they may not be solvable. And if they're not solvable, then I don't want to invest in it. But if they are solvable, why not? I don't think there's anything that you know, we inevitably dislike about nuclear power. We just dislike the fact that it might blow up and radiate us and kill us.
We have nothing wrong with that.
That's the problem.